A little while ago I did a review of the cheapest trombone gig bag that I could find, and somebody actually sent me a link to something even more stupid, and that is an $8 trumpet gig bag. And so I thought to myself, yes, that's what I need in my life, and so I bought one, and here it is. Look at that. Wow. Now, this is not just called a trumpet gig bag. If I look at the heading on the auction, it is called brand new nylon padded trumpet storage case handbag quality shoulder gig bag. It is many things to many people. However, let's just look into it in a little bit more depth. We notice that this one has a brand on it that says Slade, registered. I suspect the registered trademark may not actually be registered. It may just be an element of the design of the logo. If we look just below the logo, we have this rather promising phrase. It says designed by USA, and that the entire United States of America came together to design this trumpet gig bag is something that is really quite special. I know a few Americans in my life, and they my experience would be that they wouldn't even agree with each other over the colour of an orange, but the fact that all of the United States, not just merely the few Americans that I know, came together to design this is really something quite special. So let's just have a look at it. Is it padded? Well, it's got padding in some places. If we undo the zips, the sides have got the barest minimum amount of padding. I'm talking a few millimeters of it. The areas around the zips have no padding whatsoever. So you've got padding on the sides, but no padding on the bottom, no padding around the zip area, and that's a bit of a concern. Can you fit a trumpet into it? Well, yeah, you actually can. It's sort of the barest minimum criteria to be called a trumpet gig bag is that it can fit a trumpet in it. The lead pipe is a bit close. You actually have to really try to squeeze that in, and you subsequently put a little bit of strain on the zip, but you can put a trumpet in here. Would I put a trumpet in here? I don't really know. It feels a little bit better than a trombone gig bag because you can actually tell there's something in here, but there is so little padding that you'd be putting your precious instrument at risk if you actually were to use something like this. If you had a clarinet or a flute or an instrument that doesn't matter, then yeah, absolutely. But a trumpet, I wouldn't really be that comfortable with doing that. However, in addition to fitting the trumpet, you actually have a pocket on the front here so that you can put your mouthpiece and your lubricants and anything else that you can fit inside this little pouch. You can put that in there. So immediately this becomes a whole lot more useful than the cheap Chinese gig bag that I reviewed, sorry, the cheap trombone gig bag that I reviewed, because if you recall with that gig bag there wasn't a pocket for a mouthpiece. There was no place for music or lubricants or anything. They just went in with the instrument like everything else. This instrument does come with a shoulder strap that qualifies as a shoulder strap. It's got no sort of polish or glamour about it whatsoever. The metal is just awful. And the clips for the shoulder strap, there are one on each side at each end of the instrument. So if we were to put this on, these clips on, you are having the instrument either at the front or the back in such a way that it's going to be on a diagonal, because it goes from the right hand side of the case to the left hand side of the case, and so it's probably not going to be all that comfortable to wear. But then again, if you decide to wear one of these as a fashion statement, then well, you probably already forfeited your dignity. So that's a review of this $8 trumpet gig bag thing. I'm going to call it another gig sack, a trumpet sleeping bag, because that's all it really is probably fit for. Thanks for watching.